Welcome to Kitco. I'm Niels Christensen, and welcome to beautiful Dawson City. I'm here at the Yukon Investment Mining Conference with Mickey Fulp, creator of the Mercenary Geologist.
Dictator of Mercenary Geologist.com.
Okay, excellent.
Benevolent dictator.
You've missed the whirlwind tours, but I mean, you know the Yukon.
Well, I've been on the whirlwind tours for 2 or 3 years now, so versus the rerun, maybe to see one property and see another 6 I've already seen before, they were kind enough to invite me up for the day.
Yeah. Well, okay, so what brings you back then? What brings you back every year?
Mainly the people. I love the people up here. The people involved in the mining industry up here, and there's some good projects up here. There's climate and infrastructure difficulties, but there are really world-class mineral deposits in this part of the world.
What are your thoughts on the Yukon as a top tier mining sector? I mean,
well, for me, in Canada, I operate in a couple of provinces specifically, and one of them be the Yukon. I like Saskatchewan. I own a couple of stocks in Quebec, but that's pretty much it. You don't really see me going to BC because of really politics, I think, is a detriment to what goes on there.
What's it going to take for the Yukon to continue this growth? You know, like
better metal prices. So we have several deposits that I would classify as sub-economic to marginally economic, some of them with pretty substantial CapExes. But, you know, if we get what we see happening with what we think will be a bull market for commodities, and admittedly it hasn't happened as quickly as we thought it would, but metal price is going to go higher at some point, and these projects should be well positioned at that time for financing and development.
What are your top 3 companies, or do you have or your top companies in Yukon? Which are the companies that you really like?
Actually, I only own shares of one company, and that's K2 Gold.
Okay.
So my modus operandi generally is new exploration companies or companies with advanced exploration projects on the verge of a resource. So I'm a pre-RTO shareholder of K2 Gold, and recently put more money in a private placement. I like the management. You know,
they're behind coffee. I mean, they're the K2. They're Kavanaugh
it's a John Robbins company, and the CEO is Steve Swatton, and I know Steve from his days as an analyst in Vancouver. I covered a company in his previous job as CEO of Brazil Resources. I'm a pre-RT or a pre-IPO shareholder of Brazil Resources. So I have some longevity with these people. And yeah, quite excited about that.
You know, you've been talking just generally about commodities in a bull cycle. You know, is there more potential for base metals than for gold in this environment?
I think I'm still really mainly focused on gold and copper. It's really hard to find good copper projects, so it's much easier for me to find good gold projects. I own a zinc company. I own a few uranium companies that I continue to hold for a bull market to come. I can't tell you when that's going to happen, but it will happen at some point. So, you know, contrarian philosophy, you position yourself for things that you think will come at some point in the future, and you have to have patience.
So let's sum this up. I mean, what do you think of the Yukon then?
Well, I like the Yukon. I like coming up here. There's some good projects. I think we need better metal prices. I think that's coming. In fact, I'd have to say, Niels, the future is so bright, I got to wear shades.
Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned for more coverage from Dawson City.